Tier 1 CS for the year kicked off today with the start of the Blast Premier Spring groups, with the opening match being EG versus Heroic. And while this match on paper wouldn't seem that interesting, it did indeed have a very interesting end to it. Heroic's been holding the spot at #1 team since November, and this would also be Wiz's premiere to Tier 1 CS following his promotion to the main EG roster a few days ago. The series began on Inferno, which was EG's pick, but despite that, EG never really had a fighting chance in it, as Heroic would win the first half 11-4, and then they would eventually close it with a score of 16-7. And then map 2 was Heroic's pick of Ancient, and we saw the opposite of what we saw on map 1, where EG had a very strong first half. They were winning it 11-4, but then as soon as Heroic got on the CT side, they showed their strong CT side, came back, and it was 11-11 before EG even won their first round. But despite EG's slow start on the T side, they were still able to close it and win the map with a score of 16-14. We then move on to map 3, which was Overpass, and this is the main reason I'm making this video. EG and Heroic would exchange rounds and streaks of rounds, but eventually EG found themselves with a 15-13 lead and a simple retake away from victory. And then this happened.
Shell-shocked right in front of our eyes. They have no idea how this has happened, but it's happened anyway. 16-13 as EG bring down Heroic to shock the world.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
Oh no! Oh no!
They had kids.
0.8 seconds.
They had 2 kids.
Where were the kids?
Oh, could they have made it? They definitely could have made it. They were definitely close enough. They could have taken over that defuse right there. You don't want to see it end like that for EG.
Did they just NA themselves?
Match point, player without a kit defusing, headsets removed. Does this sound familiar? This draws parallel back to CLG back in 2017. EG killed all the Heroic players, and all that was left to do to win the game was simply defuse the bomb, which there was plenty of time for if you had a kit. But neaLaN, the one player without a kit, hops on the bomb. While it was close, there was no time for the defuse. Heroic takes the round, they stay alive, and we're sitting at 15-14. EG had the game in the bag, but now one more round pushes the game to overtime. Why neaLaN had no kit, I cannot answer you. Everybody but Hexed on EG had ample money. neaLaN had died the previous round, so everything he bought this round should have had thought put into it. But there was no kit. He must have simply forgotten to buy a kit. This is a big fuck up. But luckily for EG, this did not go down the same road as CLG back in the day. EG was able to win round 30 and win the game 16-14, and this would also win them the series over Heroic. So EG upset the #1 ranked team, but for a moment it looks like they fucked up terribly and threw it all away just because neaLaN did not have a kit. And as a big CLG fan back in the day, this particular moment brought up my trauma from DreamHack Valencia 2017. EG will be playing against Vitality in the upper final on Saturday, whereas Heroic will be playing against Astralis on the same day in the lower final. Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. Thank you for watching.